An American sitcom called Come to Papa aired on NBC in June 2004. The show, which starred comedian Tom Papa, focused on Tom, who was a newspaper reporter who aspires to write comedies in order to leave New Jersey. The show had a lot of big names and high hopes because Tom Papa had worked on Saturday Night Live and other late-night comedy shows, but it received negative reviews for not being funny. There were 12 episodes produced, but only 2 have surfaced, and 8 of them were never broadcast. The show received harsh criticism for lacking humor right away. The cast delivery of their lines, according to critics, appeared forced. Many people were also disappointed by the show's large cast of top-tier comedians because they performed very poorly compared to the other works. Before all 12 episodes had aired, NBC pulled the show due to the extremely low initial ratings. Come to Papa was cancelled by NBC after the 4th episode. Only 2 episodes of the show have surfaced so far, and there have been no home media releases or reruns as of the time of this recording. At some point in the middle of the 1990s, Orlando, Florida's Nickelodeon Studios taped the pilot episode of Camp Nick, and why Nickelodeon decided against approving it is unknown. The only Camp Nick video that has been documented online is a 5-minute compilation made by former Nickelodeon Studios employees in the year 2000 to celebrate the company's 10th anniversary, and there is only approximately like 2 or 3 seconds of video without its original audio. As of now, there isn't a lot of information available about the pilot, and it's unclear whether Nickelodeon still has possession of it. Bryan Cranston starred in the 2011 web series The Handlers, which followed an unskilled political candidate named Jack Power and his team of campaign workers as they tried drastic tactics to win the election. The Handlers is actually a remake of the French television show Not President from 2007. The French show's existence, according to Cranston, was made known to him by Jamie Bruce, who gave him the idea to produce an American web series adaptation for the production company Avalon Television in the hopes that it would be picked up for a full season. The series featured Gary Anthony Williams, Josh Dean, Matt Brogner, and Andrea Kanzler as recurring cast members alongside Bryan Cranston. Also, 8 episodes made up this one season. In 2012, Viacom shut down Adam.com, combining its online activities with those of Comedy Central. After that, the series may have been briefly accessible on Comedy Central's website, but it is no longer there. In 2012, Hulu's free version offered it as well. Although as of now, all we have is 2 clips that were shown as part of Sidereel's What's New on Web TV YouTube series, and there is no evidence that the series has been uploaded anywhere else. The Jaleel White Special is an hour-long television special that aired on the ABC network in 1992. Jaleel White starred in it and at the time was well known for his portrayal of Steve Urkel on the sitcom Family Matters. The Family Matters 3rd season was just getting underway when the special aired, and the Urkel character was the pinnacle of his appeal. At 8 p.m. PST on February 22, 1992, the special aired on ABC. It contained musical elements and had a plot that revolved around Jaleel's character's fantasies about producing and starring in his own romance film. However, its primary purpose was to showcase Jaleel White's abilities outside of those of his Steve Urkel character. Distinguished musicians Little Richard and Vanessa Williams, as well as actress Tatiana Ali, appeared as guests. Only a promo spot from the night the show aired and a few publicity photos are still available as of this recording, but no recordings of the special have yet been found. American game show Call My Bluff ran on NBC from March 29th through September 24, 1965. Bill Layden served as the host, and Mark Goodson and Bill Todman were the creators. Despite the show's poor performance in the United States, it was overwhelmingly successful abroad in nations like Britain, Australia, Denmark, and Finland. Similar to another show of theirs, Snap Judgment, this one has not been rerun since it was last broadcasted, and there are few to no episodes online. Since the last episode of the show aired, none have been released. There are 2 known rehearsal shows that were filmed. One of them is in the UCLA Film and Television Archive, but no episodes of the series have been seen. The only video from an episode that has been shown is its intro, which was posted to YouTube on May 20th, 2012 by user GilmoreBox. The second rehearsal episode was broadcast by Buzzer as part of their Lost and Found block on September 27th, 2020. Buzzer posted the first 8 minutes of the episode to their YouTube channel to promote the airing. The game show YouTube channel ended up posting the full version of the second rehearsal episode on YouTube. Although it has since been taken down, mirrors of the airing have thankfully been archived. Kickoff 2002 is a soccer anime from 2002 that was created by Dream Kidnet and KBS Media. KBS Media and NHK Broadcasting Company both aired it in South Korea and Japan. The 26 episodes were only broadcast once from February 18th, 2002 to September 2nd, 2002 on the Japanese channel NHK KBS2. The 2002 FIFA Joint World Cup, which South Korea and Japan both hosted and participated in, was the primary event for which the series was created and broadcast. The name of this anime is different in South Korea, where it is known as Grounds of Friendship or Friendship Ground. It was only ever broadcast on KBS2 TV from February 21, 2002 through August 15, 2002. According to a brief description provided by All Cinema, it says, "A sports animation co-produced by South Korea and mainly aired in the year of the Japan-Korea Joint World Cup. Through the encounter and interaction between Kenichi, a Japan boy who loves soccer, and striker Kang, who is expected to be the next Korean national team, the film vividly depicts the youth of young people. Kenichi is a young boy who works as a game maker for the Italian youth team, but despite his genuine sense, he lacks the energy to win. On the other hand, Kang has a high level of ability and fighting spirit, but he is also able to adapt to his surroundings. Only the first episode, Meeting in a Foreign Country, which is uploaded by user Pleasure on June 1st, 2020, is available to watch online out of the total of 26 episodes. The second episode of the series, Through Paths of Friendship, was also uploaded by the same user, but has since been made private. There are no more episodes available to find or watch online besides those that Pleasure had posted, but you can watch the opening and ending of the show on YouTube. From July 16, 2008 to September 19, 2008, Hurl, a partially found game show, aired on G4 at 9 p.m. EST, with the exception of the premiere episode which aired on a Tuesday. There were 11 episodes made during the course of the show's run, and each one lasted 20 minutes. Hurl's premise was to ride carnival rides like a tilt-a-wheel or a roller coaster without throwing up in order to compete in an eating competition while consuming large amounts of food quickly. The winner would receive $1,000. To make their opponent throw up, competitors employ strategies like fake puking and belches to prevent them from puking. In addition to its technology and gaming content, G4 at this time was shifting away from gaming and toward general content. This game show, which was a subtitled version of Sasuke, was the second game show to be broadcast on G4 at the time. Many news organizations, including Ryan Barron's from Channel Guide magazine, reviewed every episode as soon as it was aired. This was also the only way to learn what the episodes were about and who participated in them. Uncensored versions of the show were broadcast after the initial airings, but the show itself is censored with animated buckets covering up the puke. 2 complete episodes and one that is partially only finished have been found out of the 11 total. One is accessible and was published on YouTube in 2017. A second complete episode and a portion of a second episode were discovered in 2021. The only other clips are commercials, behind the scenes material, and a clip of mistakes. Divine Rapture is an unfinished movie from 1995 that starred Marlon Brando, Johnny Depp, John Hurt, and Deborah Winger. The 1950s Irish small-town setting of the film centers on Mary, who is a character who passes away only to resurrect at her funeral. Mary has a heart condition which is later discovered by a doctor. The show began filming on July 10, 1995 in Ballycotton, Ireland, and production on Divine Rapture was completed on July 23rd. The abrupt end of filming was brought on by the discovery that Sign Film, the production company, had no escrow account at all. Barry Navidi returns to Ballycotton, Ireland in a 2009 documentary to tell the tale and rally support for him to complete the movie with a new cast. The documentary is significant because it features previously unseen Divine Rapture footage. In 2015, a trailer was made using various images not seen yet in the documentary, and the movie's trailer is the only piece that has surfaced as of yet. The first day of shooting for Divine Rapture was July 10, 1995. Up to 25 minutes of video were captured before the production suffered a serious setback. Production stopped after actor Marlon Brando's $4 million contract with Sign Film for the movie's second $1 million payment fell through. Everyone turned to the production company Sign Film when payments to anyone, including the residents of Ballycotton, were not made. Sign Fin turned out to be a fraudulent organization with non-existent offices and bank accounts. Also, the address that Sign Fin provided to actress Deborah Winger's agent later turned out to be a parking lot when the agent went to collect payment from Sign Fin. A trailer created after Divine Rapture's filming had ended has featured some of the film's footage. A few images from the film's production have also been released. Also, locals were shown all 25 minutes of the documentary Bally Brando. Even though Divine Rapture was also filmed for 25 minutes, as of this recording, only about 3 minutes of it have been made public. Nickelodeon never picked up the lost game show pilot Generation Gap for a full season. Early in the 1990s, the pilot was recorded at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. It is also unknown why Nickelodeon did not approve the show. Opening in 1990, Orlando, Florida's Nickelodeon Studios served as both an attraction and a working studio. The studio housed 2 active film studios that were frequently used to record game shows. Over the years, the studio produced a number of popular Nickelodeon game shows in addition to several pilots. Although the premise of generation gap is unknown, it can be assumed from the name and the short snippet that parents and grandparents would compete with children. The teams would also probably respond to cross-generational trivia questions. Contestants would receive slime if they provided the incorrect answer as seen in the video snippet. For its 10th anniversary in the year 2000, former Nickelodeon Studios employees produced a 5-minute compilation video. This collection includes snippets from numerous shows, some of which have since vanished or become obscure. This collection contains the only available online footage of Generation Gap. The pilot lasts for about 5 seconds without the original audio, and there isn't much information available about this pilot. It's also unknown whether Nickelodeon still has the footage or not.